lot of you had similar goals. First and foremost, before we go to my next step, how many seniors do we have? I need you to stand up. We have 4 seniors. How many players played on the team last year? Stand up and play last year. And the seniors can stay up. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You 11 men are very important when we start thinking about how successful your baseball season will be. And why do you think that? Why do you think that you 11 are very important when we think about the success of this team? Veterans of the game, of the team. What else? Leaders. You know what to expect. Make it to the pros. Exactly. One thing. Why do you think your 11 are very important? Make it to, okay. You guys can have a seat. It's one thing to win, right? What was your record last year? 6-14? 6-14, was that a successful season? When you started that season, what was the expectation? So if I would have came last year, you guys would have probably told me the same thing, right? The reason why I highlight that is because even as a coach, I coach football and I coach basketball, and I catch myself ultimately focusing on the wins and losses, and then that determines the success. So if you go 6-14 by numbers and statistics, that's not a successful season, right? If you learn during that season of 6-14 how to become, I got you, coach, how to become a better man, how to become a better student athlete, how to become a better individual to society, ultimately in the long run of life, that then becomes what? A successful season, right? Now, by no means am I telling you that 6-14 is going to get you to win a championship, but I want you guys to understand really the value of sports and being a student athlete and this whole high school experience. Because one thing will happen is, if winning a championship isn't within this team's purpose, and you guys only focus on the wins and losses, A, it'll be a long season, and B, you'll miss your mark. You guys understand what I'm talking about so far? And then that makes it very easy, that makes it very difficult to show up to practice, right? So last week when you guys went on, your losing streaks and you really wasn't winning too many games, you really wasn't as motivated as in the beginning of the season before you play, right? It's almost like that, here we go again. Let me go to practice. Our coach better not tell me nothing crazy. I'm gonna quit. We'll make excuses. We'll really be proud to wear our baseball jerseys, right? But if you really embrace, when I say embrace, that really means that you guys tap into the bigger picture that life is more important than just baseball, right? Playing baseball is gonna be one part of your life. Then you guys will become husbands and you'll become fathers and you guys will be, coaches. Maybe somebody on this team, their God-given purpose is to play in the major leagues. Most of us will probably be business professionals, entrepreneurs, minor leagues, whatever we do, right? But we have to seize the moment. What does seize the moment mean? You have to capture the moment. You have to take advantage of this opportunity on this here beautiful day. Right? So last year, you guys can't do anything about 6-14, right? What can you do something about? Improve your season this year and learn from every practice and every mistake, every positive gain and every game. So then when we start talking about, this is a process, you'll hear me, and if I was to come speak to you daily, we would talk about the process to becoming successful. So does that mean that, what's your name one more time? Domingo, right? Our success might be different, right? My success might be an entrepreneur, being a businessman, a successful president of my own company. Your success might be, you know, taking care of your family, making sure that your mother's good, your father's good, your brother, your sister, your wife, your children. Making sure that you might coach. I might not want to coach. You might want to play, you know, pick up games of baseball. I might like basketball. Our success might be different. My purpose might be to go get my master's. You might only want to get your bachelor's. Our success might be different, but is it safe to say that the action steps should still be the same? Right? Which means what? Academics. I don't just push academics because, oh, go get a high school diploma. The reality is, you guys are student athletes, right? When you start thinking about life, you're already ahead of the curve as a student athlete. Why? Why, as a student athlete, you're ahead of the curve compared to somebody who just goes and focuses on academics? Scholarships, extracurricular activities, what else? You could balance extra work. You'll want to do more work. Motivation. I'm looking for one key thing that you guys do that some other non-athletes do. You guys compete. Athletes know how to compete. And in life, you're going to have to compete. So when we go for an interview, I'm an athlete. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA and in my genes. I love to compete for the better, which means that me and little Rick, if I see him and I know that he played baseball and we going for the same position, I'm not going to hate on Rick, but I'm going to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to beat him out so I can start. And if I'm not beating him out to start, I'm beating him out to become a better player. So I'm about 5'6", 5'7" on a tall day, depending on if I have Timbs on or not. But for the most part, right? For the most part, I was never the biggest, the strongest, the fastest. So that means when I played football, I had to work twice as hard as those who were given that God-given ability of being 6'2" and 200 pounds. So as a team, you guys might not have everybody who goes to all of the baseball camps. You guys might not have everybody with the parents who put you in baseball from when you was this high. But one thing that you guys do have is the heart to come out here every day and work twice as hard as those teams that were given those things, so that you don't live by excuses. If you know me, I will never allow you to come to me and give me an excuse. I tell my guys who I coach, I say, don't make excuses. They say, oh, coach, I'm 16, don't make excuses. They say, oh, I never played football or baseball or basketball, don't make excuses. They say, oh, my dad wasn't there, don't make excuses. They say, oh, the teacher don't like me, stop making excuses. So for this baseball team, individually and collectively as a team, you guys have to figure out what's your excuse that you got to get out the system now. So like when I leave here and the coach say, all right, let's have, you guys have a team meeting, you guys really need to start figuring out, get all the excuses out the way now, so that when y'all have your first game, we're going to play baseball. We're going to play baseball the whole season. Who here knows what humility means? To be humble. Who here knows what that means? To be humble. Quiet, what else? No showboating, what else? I'm going that way. Anything else? What you got? Not being cocky. Self-control. So what happens is, sometimes our seniors, right? How old are you guys? How old are the seniors? 17, 19? 18. Sometimes you guys get to like 18, 19, and I was once saying, we think we know it all. Coach, I got it. This is what I do. I like to throw the sidearm line. I know how to throw my curveball. I know how to hit the ball. I know how to feel the ball. We think from our short amount of living that we have it all, we understand it all. But when you're humble, you say, okay, I'm pretty good. But coach, what can I do to become great? I had a player tell me, I was talking about his attitude. He's a pretty good basketball player, but his attitude is horrible. He said, coach, I got a good attitude. I said, you know what? You do have a good attitude, but it's not great. What is it going to take for each and every one of you individually to go from good to great? And that's something that I can't give you, coach can't give you, these coaches can't give you. That's something that when you go home, and you're laying down and you go watch I don't know about you guys, but I watch ESPN and I see the professionals, right? Then I see the college players. They living their dream. Right? They living their dream. But sometimes we never see us in that light. We never see us as a Major League Baseball player. We never see us playing college Division I baseball. And then some of us see us there, but our actions, stay with me, focus. Our actions aren't consistent with our desires. What does that mean? We want something, but everything that we do is totally opposite of that. So Rick want to play D1 basketball. He want to go to UConn, or, he want to go to major leagues. But is he eating right? Is he doing his push-ups late at night? Is he outworking that player from Oklahoma who's the same age as him, have the same swag as him, has the same height as him? Is he working twice as hard as he is? Is he working, is this baseball team working twice as hard as the teams that beat him last year? Are you guys coming to practice early, staying late, going to the park? Are y'all calling each other up like, look, I know coach didn't call practice, but yo, how about we just meet up at the park? Fellas, I know the club might be going on tonight, or you know what, there might be a house party, but you know what, 6-14 didn't feel too good last year. What are we gonna do about this year so that at season end, God forbid your purpose is to go 6-14 again, but you guys put in the work, it'll be easy to live with that 6-14, right? My players, right, that I coach, they never really had the culture of athletics. So when I started coaching the basketball team, I started implementing strength and conditioning, holding them accountable for their actions. Meaning, if you're not doing the right thing academically, you can't play for me. Which means I had to sit some starters. Then I had to actually make them work twice as hard as they normally used to work. And at first they resented it. Coach, why are we working this hard? You taking it too serious. This is just Job Corps basketball. And I said, you know what, fellas? I said, I'm taking it that serious because you deserve that. Just like you, man. You guys deserve to be held accountable for every action, every word you speak, every thought and desire that you have. Because on game day, when you in the fire, you want to win, right? You shouldn't only want to be held accountable to a higher level on game day. You should desire to be held accountable all the way from practice, from here to the end of that game. And then the game after that, and the game after that. And that's what life is about. Hard work does not guarantee success. You guys could be out here busting your butt every day. Does that guarantee a victory? No, right? What will it do? Hard work will guarantee what? To be better, what else? Improvement. Everything up. I'm going with that one. As a student athlete, which is what every one of you are, you're student athletes. I said, and I need you to retain some of this. Next time I come back, coach, we're going to need them to have a notebook. Okay. Because they say only about 15% of what you hear you're going to retain. Which means that you guys are locked in right now, but then when I leave here, you're going to go back to practice, you're going to go back to the pressures of life. And sometimes as a student of life, you need to write it down. Why? So when you get back into your environment, when you get back into your home, when you get back into the pressures and the stresses, you can pull out that notebook and be like, what was that? I know the motivator, I know Tremaine was talking about, he was talking about how hard work might not guarantee success now, but it's going to pay off in the long run. What did that mean? Because I'm going through now, and our team, we're going through some challenges. What does that mean? How is that going to make us better? And now, what's your name? Eric can come to the team and be like, fellas, look, at the season end, you know what? We went 500 and won half our games. But this was a success for us because, you know what? What's your name? Keyshawn. You play basketball too? Is this Eat 'em Up? Eat 'em Up, all right? I love that name. Right? So Keyshawn, right? So he's like, yo, I don't get it. I came out, I tried baseball. I made the team. We didn't play as good as we could have, but I'm a better man for it. Why would you be a better man being a student athlete? Why would you be a better man being a student athlete? One thing I need for you guys to do, and I'll let you slide, but baseball, coaching baseball, you have to communicate, right? Definitely. You gotta talk, right?
Yes.
So if y'all whispering to me, I think it's gonna be hard to believe that when y'all get out on that field, y'all gonna be talking it up. So I need y'all to get your grown men on. Don't whisper to me, all right? What'd you say? Excellent. I am very passionate. And I say anything in life that you want, you have to work for. You gotta work for it, fellas. Which means that if you want to hit a home run, you're just not gonna get up to the bat and hit it out, hit the ball out the park. You gotta work for it. You gotta mentally lock in. Coach told me that, what did he say? He said 99% of baseball is what? Let me see if you listen to Coach. Mental? He said 99, some of them listen to you, Coach.
Some of them.
He said 99% of baseball is mental. It's focus and mental. You guys know what, we'll stick with baseball. And who's the pitcher? Pitchers, right? Let's say we aiming for a strike. Right down the middle. What do you gotta do? What do you have to do? As a pitcher, you want to strike, what do you have to do? You gotta relax. You gotta concentrate. You gotta breathe. You gotta take your time. That's just like life. That's just like life, fellas. You get in an interview. Sometimes you never wore a suit. You never put on a tie before. Oh my God, I got an interview. I don't know what kind of questions they're gonna ask me. I hope I'm prepared. I hope my resume right. Oh my God, I got a test. What's going on? I got a test. Then I have work. Then I'm about to have a child. I'm about to get married. I'm going through. My money not right. My mom going through. My father not there. You start getting all worked up, right? What do you need to do when you start getting all worked up? You need to relax. You need to take a step back. And then what? You breathe. And then what? You need to figure out your game plan. Huh? You need to focus. Where you going? How you gonna get there, Keyshawn? Where are you now? Where do you want to go? Focus. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? And how are you gonna get there? Why is that important? Why is that important? Where are you now? Identifying where you are right now, figuring out where you want to go, college, my own business, become a boss, be a husband, be a father, be a coach. How are you going to get there? You're just going to wake up and now, oh, you know what? Don't tell me nothing, coach. I got this. I'm going to go smoke my weed. I'm going to go party. I'm going to go deal with these young ladies. And then you know what? If I become successful, that's a good day. If I don't, then you know what? That was my God-given purpose. Is that the right mentality? Where will I get you? Nowhere. I'm going there. Because you know what? If your God-given purpose is to work at McDonald's, be the best fry shaker that there is. Right? But the problem with that is that person who's on the grill, their ultimate purpose was to become a successful business person, but they was okay with where they were at. They weren't willing to say, okay, I'm kind of smart. If I study, I can pass my test. And if I put in the work, I could become a boss instead of having to be on this hot grill inside this little room at 90 degrees on a summer day. I could be outside talking to you. Like, today's a blessed day. out moving. But because they didn't want to put in the work, now their calling is to be the person sweeping up the trash and flipping burgers. If you're 18 and 19, humble yourself, get a job, flip them burgers, go to school, play baseball, and then you'll move forward. That's the process. That's the process. That's hard work. I say it's that hard work grind. I was driving here, and I just came from New Haven. And I had a motivational speaking engagement there. And then I took a break into action. I went to the gym. Then last night I had a game, a basketball game, so I'm coaching my heart out for that. And I go to the gym today, and then I'm back on the highway now. And my beautiful girlfriend, she's telling me, and I'm driving, she could tell when I'm starting to get this. She said, man, it's that hard work grind. And I'm zoning in. I'm like, I gotta give them all I got. And she said, it's that hard work grind, which means that sometimes in life, you gotta put in the work. Sometimes in life, you're not gonna sleep. Sometimes in life, you're gonna be tired, physically, mentally, emotionally. Sometimes in life, your pocket's not gonna be right. Your swag not gonna be on 1,000. But you gotta keep what? You gotta keep pressing through. You gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep fighting. I say in life, losing isn't the option in life. Am I talking about wins and losses? What am I talking about? Giving up. They say, in life, and you gotta be thinking, let me see if I can tap in. And I said, and I was talking to some students, and it was like, and I was talking about losing, I was talking about life, they was like, well, what do you need to be thinking? And it was like, and I told them, I said, deep down inside, deep down in your gut, you young men, each and every one of you, deep down in here, and your core, your heart, your soul, your spirit, deep down inside, you gotta be thinking, I can't lose. I won't lose. I can't lose. I won't lose. I can't lose. I won't lose. Win, 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 win. Was I talking about baseball? Was I talking about football? Was I talking about basketball? What was I talking about? Life. Life in general. We gotta fight. And so many times my brothers and my sisters, and I'm not talking about black and Hispanic, I'm talking about black, Hispanic, Caucasian. We all brothers and sisters in this. Sometimes in life we don't want to work, and then we get gut punched, and we get knocked down, and we stay down, and we think life is over. Even if you get knocked down in life, and you give up, you still got to keep going. Homeless people struggle. Homeless people grind it. It's cold winters and hot summers. You got some homeless people, they got to go in the trash to eat. Homeless people got to beg for money. So if you think, oh, I'm going to just give up, I'm going to just drop out of high school, I'm going to just quit the team, I'm going to just do me, you know what? I'm just live life. If you aimlessly live life, you will get the harsh consequences and realities of our society. I guarantee that. You cannot survive without the bare minimum of a high school diploma. And now they say the bachelor is almost going to be the equivalent of a high school diploma in a couple years. Where do you fit at in between there? I'm going to run that back for you. If you don't put in the work now at 16, 17, 18, 19, do not blame society. Do not blame your coaches. Do not blame your mother. Do not blame your father. Who should you be blaming if you do not receive the blessings that you deserve? Yourself. Why? You didn't put in the work for it. You just can't wake up and now you're successful. You just can't wake up and have everything, the house, the car, the wife, the kids, the clothes, the profession. You can't just wake up and get that. You gotta work for it. You gotta want it so bad. You gotta want it so bad. You gotta want it almost as bad as you breathe. That's how bad you gotta want it. And then at the day's end, let's say your ultimate goal was to go D1, go to major leagues, you know, have the mansion. Let's say you lock into that, right? And you do everything to get there, and you miss that mark. Would you be a lot closer to that than if you just aimlessly live life? Would you? So wouldn't it be worth it to invest that time, that energy and effort now and then see what the skies are the limits? Beyond, no, I take that back. Beyond the galaxy are the limits, because there's something beyond these clouds. Why not aim past that? You ever heard that? You know, the sky's the limits. What's after the sky? This other stuff. Why not aim that high? Why not higher? Why not? He said, why not higher? Why not higher? Who's the only? Huh? There's no reason. Sometimes we get. I got you. What's your name one more time? Matthew. Sometimes in life, right? We get content. I'm getting C's. I'm on the baseball team. I'm not selling drugs and I don't get high. I might go to school. I'm okay at baseball. I got me a girlfriend. I'm good. Chill. Let me just do what I gotta do. Is that enough? That's not it, right? There should be more, right? Matthew said, why not aim higher? So on Facebook, because I utilize Twitter and I utilize Facebook as an opportunity to offer words of encouragement. So a young man had put up there that one day he wants to be a good husband and a good father. And sometimes, you know, I don't reply. Usually I send out a lot. But then something told me I gotta tap into this one. And I replied back to him. I said, sir, those are some great aspirations and expectations. But what I would encourage you to do is, if you're gonna be a husband and a father, I challenge you not to be a good husband and father, but I challenge you to be a great husband and father. And he hit me back, you know what, thank you, I needed that. Sometimes we need that. We need someone to say you good, but what is it gonna take to make you great? The last thing, or one of the last things that I wanna start focusing on is putting in the work part. And humbling yourself and allowing other people to help you accomplish your goals. And that's very important. When you get into the professional world, that's going to be called networking. So when you get into that professional now, there's about half of you probably life after high school, you might not even speak to each other again. But there's a good percentage of you who is a small, have you ever heard of a small world? So which means that when you get to that point in life, where you start maturing and growing and developing, there's gonna be someone right next to you. And most likely it's gonna be someone who you grew up with. And when in life, stay with me because I'm finishing up, in life, it's about bridges and it's about opportunities. So have you ever heard about burning your bridge? What do you think that means? No. It's something bad. When I say don't burn your bridge, what does that mean? Don't miss out on your opportunities. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. When you burn a bridge, right? If me and Matthew are cool, right? And let's say I'm a teacher. Let's say I'm a coach. And Matthew knows that one day he wants to be a coach. And I'm currently coaching. And his attitude is horrible. And he's disrespectful to me. Then his light goes off and says, you know what? Now I want to be a coach, and now let me reach out to Coach Friends. Based on his attitude and the way that he treated me, did he create the best opportunity for me to say, you know what, let me offer you a job? He didn't, right? He burned a bridge. Compared to being humble and saying, you know what, I might not really rock with you, but I'm never going to become disrespectful so that later on down in life, now we can work together. That's very important with this baseball team because during this season, right, stay with me, during this season, I guarantee that you guys will go through adversity. You guys will go through challenges. You guys stay with me because there's going to be a point in time when you're going to have a game and you might be down, 3-0. And what is your subconscious going to say? Is your subconscious going to say, keep fighting? Who's going to be that person like, come on, let's go. We down people, let's go. Let's go, we got them, we got them, we got them, we got them. We just need one run, one stop. Or deep down inside, when you go through those challenges, are you going to be like, here we go. Another 6-14 season. Coach Dixon don't know what he's talking about. I should be starting. Coaches are horrible. We not getting no banner this year. This season's a waste of time. Or are we gonna say, let's learn from each and every opportunity, each and every coach, and seize the moment? I need every one of you to stand up. During this season, there are going to be highs and there are going to be lows. I guarantee that in every sport. But when I coach, I say one heart, one beat, and one family. One heart, which means that this team will only be as successful as possible when everyone is on the same page. One heart. We all working as one heart. One team. And one beat. And rhythm and sync. Win or lose, you guys gotta ride out together. The freshmen gotta be there like, let's go. The sophomores gotta be like, let's go. The juniors gotta be like, let's go. And then the seniors gotta lead. And then what happens is the seniors move on. The juniors gotta lead. The sophomores gotta say, let's go. The freshmen gotta say, let's go. And there's a trickle effect. That coach right there, Coach Dixon, he talks about you guys daily. I've never seen him this enthusiastic about a team. And he said, Coach, I think we got some players this year. I think we're going to compete. And he never claims victory. He says that he call you men. And when I talk to him, usually we stay after work for at least an hour or two to talk about you guys. They say, you know what, my men, he said, I think that we have a team that's going to be successful in regards to them becoming better men. I'm going to come to a couple of your games. Probably, I won't be speaking. I'm going to be up in the stands or something. I just want to see. I want to see how you guys act as a team, a family, one heart, one beat, in sync. Win or lose, you guys got to say, we in this together. We're going to ride out together from the beginning, from here, from today. You guys got to make a vow to yourself to put in the work academically, put in the work at home, put in the work on this baseball field, and then the last thing that I got is game day. This not a club. Right, Coach? It's not a club, right?
No, sir.
Ultimate goal is to compete.
Yes, sir.
At a high level, right, coaches?
Sir.
You only want the best from them, right? These coaches only want the best from you. After every game, I ask my guys, win, lose, or draw. I say, fellas, did you guys give me all you got? Sometimes they honestly say, Coach, no, I ain't giving anything. I say, all right, we got the results. Then some of them say, yeah, Coach, I can live with that. And we get on the bus, and we go back to Harper Job Corps. We go back home, and I come home, and I talk them up to my room. I'm like, man, I love them boys. I love them men. These coaches do the same thing about you guys. One team, one family, one heart, and one beat.